Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to my Floramancer world. How are you today? We're here at the Entropinium, and I have run it once just by manually placing the flower. I'm trying to figure out a way of automating this that will not cause issues with our system. And the fact that we don't have a creeper spawner, and I went and hunted for one for another 2 hours the other day and still couldn't find one. So we have to plan for the fact they probably won't find one. So we need to be able to keep this running and not have a gunpowder deficit. That's what we're starting out with. I'm just going to tell you what I think might work. And then of course I need to really consider whether it will. I put a note down to remind me, but this will be this is the flower requesting, and we were going to have it request every hour so that it keeps a flower here. But what I might do is set up a crystal cube to detect flint, and when flint gets to a certain level, and that level I think I've written down is 300, when it has more than 300 flint, it will pulse this funnel to do a flower. And then it will also pulse the TNT funnel so that it will, so it'll do the dispenser thing. And that would kickstart the system. So it would only pulse when the comparator signal was strong enough that it had 300. And it wouldn't pulse again when it fell below that. So it wouldn't request another flower until it had risen back up to above the 300 level. So I'm considering doing that. Because that way, when we have 300 flint, it means we also have enough gunpowder to craft enough TNT and still have gunpowder for the rune that we need, so on and so forth. So we're trying to kind of protect our supply. It's a thought. Right now we have no flint because we're still making gunpowder from when I manually placed the flower over there while I was working on things. So we're at... last time I checked, we're at 341, we're at 347. It's almost to the amount that it will hold. So yeah, we're currently out of flint. So that is working. I have turned on my orchid because we're running low on diamonds. I have 1 block of diamonds. We have a bunch of mana diamonds, but we don't have regular diamonds. Yeah. We're doing okay for that. How are we on iron? I haven't checked my iron farm in a while. So let's check that real quick. Iron ingots. 1546. That's not bad. I did have to make a whole bunch of buckets. And we have 25. Okay. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. My little bit of paranoia things are, settling down a bit. I have done some work here since the last time I streamed. I've been sick with a cold, but that hasn't stopped me from playing Minecraft. It just has stopped me from talking about it. If you remember last time, I talked about how I had set up a supply detection for the flowers and the runes, and there was a major flaw in this setup. So if you were trying to copy what I did, which I'm not sure why you would want to, but okay, if you copy what I did, you would have noticed that there's a major flaw in this, and the flaw happens to be in the way I controlled the redstone in here. Come on. So in the original setup, this block was with a piston pulled up and down, dependent on if there was enough supplies to craft a flower, right? Well, in my infinite redstone wisdom, I completely spaced out the fact that if this comparator signal was maxed out, it would be wanting to go through. And so if it didn't have enough supply, it would retract and it wouldn't go through. But if this was maxed out and it had enough supply, as soon as it pushed the block back in place, it crafted a flower, even though this said, I've got enough. So I had a lot of flowers. And then of course when it had the rune, it would, use it, and then it would pull up and it would not have it, and then it would have it, it would put it down and it would craft it right away. Yeah, I had a ton of Rosa Arcanas at one point. So that's the flaw. I just completely spaced off basic redstone there. So what I've got going on instead, as you can see, the pistons are gone and there are pulse mana spreaders in its place with messenger lenses on it, and the messenger lenses actually turn the hourglasses off. So the hourglasses won't pulse if it doesn't have supplies. I don't know why I didn't think about that to begin with, but yeah, so it was quite a headache to figure out up here because I needed to use falling edge detector in order to have it pulse twice, once to turn the hourglass off and then once again to turn it back on. But then I remembered that we used observer blocks over in the Gormarillus to do exactly that. So that's all I did, was I put observer blocks here because it'll detect the torch turning on and turning off. So there's our second pulse. And it just goes into the block that's above the pulse mana spreader. And then I have diluted mana pools since the messenger lens uses a very tiny amount of mana to send its pulse. So there we go. I had to redo all of that. But that was really, these two here were the hardest ones because I was like, will this even work? Will this trigger the pulse mana spreader? I tested it and it does, so yay! I don't need the redstone on top of there. So after I did that, I set up the one over here, which is our Gormarillus, Rafflesia, Spectralis, and Entropinium. And that is up here. And it's jam-packed in here, trust me. It's all nice and squished. So I had to rotate these two on the sides. So we've got our Gormarillus over here, and the Entropinium over here, and then the two other ones in the middle, because they're like needed massive amounts of supply. But so that's that step, and then here's the falling edge detectors again into the mana pools, into the pulse beta spreaders. So that one's all set up. And because I knew I had to do the falling edge detectors, I gave them some space. So yeah. That one is all set up. So we have all of our supply detection done for the flowers around here. So that's good. Hopefully we won't have a bucket mess again like we have. However, I did have a zombie approach me with a bucket in hand, so I'm not sure where he got it. And I was up where my storage supply is. I don't know where he picked up the bucket and then came to me. I don't know. So yeah, this thing is just running and running and running. But that's okay. The Wren and Carpus sure aren't placing with much. Come on, place the gravel. What's going on here? Woof. Well, for one, there's not a whole lot of gravel here. Am I that low on gravel that it's not requesting gravel fast enough? I'm a little confused. I mean, it's still running, but nowhere near as fast as I want it to. Hey, Sapopa, nice to see ya! Because this should be getting up there. Should be getting a... yeah. Why are you not... oh, see, you're probably nice and slow. I don't know how many are in there, let's see. 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds it asks for Let's ask for more. I don't know how many turns this has been in, but let's see how many it gets at the next pulse. Oh, and I just missed it. We need you to go faster. One. Why is it only getting one? I can't be that low on gravel because I'm duping it. Come on, let me up there. There's 3. That's a little better. That was probably 8. Okay. We'll see how well that does, because now it's getting 8 at a time. And then these Wren and Carpus should all be working. Because they're not getting any redstone. So why aren't you placing? Wow. Wow, this setup is just, I don't know what I was doing. Why are you not placing the gravel? I'm so confused. Hi Falcondov, nice to see you. Let's just replace and see what happens. Why aren't you picking up gravel? Seriously. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Nope. Well, that seems to have helped. Should I do those others also? You think it's because they're stacking? But I've never had that problem before. I don't know. Seems to be doing a little better now. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that seems to be running again, and this should still be running. I have a void on this, so it's not ever gonna, like, have too much. And then that, yeah, we don't need any of that for now. So I need to make this all pretty. I've got a building stream planned. Maybe this weekend. Never know. Hi Warlord, nice to see you. Then this way, the other thing I did here is I have finished, I know there's some holes, but I have finished the interior here. The walls and the ceiling are all nice dark black blocks to create the void of space with a bunch of stars. That was the point. I probably will put some up in the ceiling here of the luminizers when I can craft them. They are not cheap. But I did set up this one here. You're doing some building too, Sapopa? Awesome. So this one is the Gluttony rune, and we need it to do the Munch do. So I've set it all up. It's got all of the redstone, except for I haven't done the supply detection that I showed you guys that I did for this side last time. Just haven't done that yet. But it works. I have some Gluttony runes. Yeah, so Gluttony runes 4. That's how many we're supposed to keep on hand. So, woo! The other thing that I did is I got mana. It's janky and I need to fix it, but I did get mana over here. Let's switch to spectator so that you guys can see. I got mana over here, right there. And here's the line that I pulled it from. This is pulling mana to the spawner area so that I can use it to turn these spawners on and off when I get that set up. It uses more mana than we're making. So yeah, I need to work on that at the moment. I've got the spider spawner, the blaze spawner, enderman spawner. That's what I have here right now. I need skellies. I need a skeleton spawner in here too. But that's what I have right now. And what else did I do? Oh, I remember. We just fly through our whole area here, huh? Let's see, where am I? Up here. I also did a mana input line to send to the battery right here. It kind of spits out this way, and that's for what we're going to do today, which is setting up the Munch do. So yeah, that's what we're setting up today, because with the Gluttony rune made, we can do the Munch do. I did turn on fast graphics so you can see you can't see through my leaves. It's actually to try and help the FPS a little bit. So we're doing fast graphics now. I'm not sure where in this setup I'm going to put the Munch do. If I'm going to put it against the wall, which makes some sense, or if I'm going to do it, you know, in this like floating here area. I'm not going to put it on the ground because I still want to get some saplings. And the way the Munch do works is it works in a let's see, it's 6 radius in the horizontal and then 13 in the vertical, but it doesn't work under the flower. So wherever you place the flower, it doesn't pick up any leaves that are underneath of it. So yeah. Yeah, the spawners are going to be because of the life imbuer that will keep them running. Yep. The life imbuer will keep them running as if a player is present, but it requires a lot of mana to do so. So that's the plan with the, yeah. A creeper only mob farm is something I've considered, because in 1.12 you can do the creeper only mob farm. This is Floramancer Twisted, and it is a Botania specific mod pack. So, yep, I've seen the designs for a creeper only mob farm. I just yeah, that requires digging out a hole and creating it, and at this point, I'm gonna just meh. I don't know. I don't know if they did something to break it in 113. I don't think so. Major changes to Botania? Well, depends on what version you last used Sapopa. So, we need to craft these first. And then we need to do the setup here. I know it works in 112. That is when it started working. Before 112, you couldn't do creeper-only spawners. The cheap mana gens decay. No, they don't exist anymore, Sapopa. Day blooms and nightshades no longer exist. Hydrangeas do. And they do decay. In standard Botania, they decay after 1 hour. Yeah, do you know how much mana is required to run a Lunium, Fokendom? I'll get to a Lunium eventually, because I need some of the stuff from it. Ekoimi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's expensive. So, prefer to work my way towards it. It'll be more of a near the end sort of thing. But yeah. So let's fetch our redstone box and I can barely afford to run my orchid all of the time right now, so there's just no way I can afford other things. And I know some of it is just because of the way I have huge mana pools everywhere. I have regular mana pools practically everywhere, just being little huge batteries sitting everywhere. So we're going to actually start working this way, or do we want to go this way? I think we need to put the Dandelion over here somewhere, because we're going to need a lot of space to craft that one. Botania, we need to be able to craft the Muncher, the Kekimurus, the Narslimus, the Shulkminot, and the Dandelion yet. And then the other spaces are probably where I could totally do like Hopper Hawks and Renengarpus. Do I seriously have room? I have 8 spots. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more flowers. So I have 3 spots that I can do Hopper Hawks and Renengarpus for sure. Those are the ones I keep needing. I spaced that off. We're almost done with the Spectralus. 98 out of 100, so we should get a trophy here pretty soon for that one. Halfway done with the Rafflesia. The food one's really slow because I am not able to keep up the food demand for 6 flowers. I should probably reduce it down to like 5 or 4 flowers or something. It would be able to run more consistently. And we're at 10 for the Rosa Arcana, so that's cool. Awesome. All right, let's do... There's not a ton of space this way. Let's go this way, because I'm pretty certain there's space. This way. I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything here, so we'll be able to put stuff back here. Alright, let's do this one right here. And do we need to be down here at all? Don't recall. We'll start with this amount of space and figure it out. Alright, so we need to make a an open crate and a hopper. And the Muncher has how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't need a dropper, we just need the hopper. We're gonna need a chest, and that goes right there. Okay. Let's get the living wood. What texture pack am I using? Faithful 32. I need living wood. No, I have the modded one installed as well. The vanilla version and the modded version. There, right? Yep. At least I'm pretty sure I have. Oh, nope, I just have the vanilla one. I thought I had the modded one installed. Guess not. Maybe I thought that just because it's only really Botania in here and I wanted to keep... no worries. Hey, Darkwing! Nice to see you. We're gonna need some more item frames. Clearly, I have used a lot of my resources in my redstone box recently. Yeah, I like the default flowers. I like the Botania flowers and some Botania blocks. Yeah, I prefer vanilla Botania. If that makes any sense. Alright, and then we need... Oh, we need the hopper. Alright. I have... Whoops. No need for you to go there. Oh, no! Don't do that. Everything is default. Yeah! I'm still sick, but I'm on the mend. Birch. We need 2 birch wood. And then we need 5 iron ingots. And let's make ourselves that hopper. Alright. And while we're here, we're gonna grab a stack of sticks and 8 leather. Alright. Boop. And then... Oh boy, how many was it? Oh wait, you know what? We are going to need a dropper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we need 7. Because we need seeds and water. Alright, so that means you go here. Dropper on top. And we'll do this because I like it to point downward in this configuration for some reason. There we go. And then seeds, water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, okay. So no. Try to get you all pointing the right way. There we go. Do I have enough funnels? I do. And sparks. We'll put you away. We're gonna need to make those item frames. And we need space. Alright. sparks in our hotbar too, that way they auto place. There we go. And then we'll craft ourselves some more item frames. Yes, 1.14 is a really big update. There's that. It does break a lot of stuff. You are correct. Alright, so there's that. We're gonna need... If we want to match what we've got for the other one, I need a piece of living rock. Because I put living rock underneath these with a torch to light it up. We're going to need a hopper hawk here. Alright, so the redstone, I need to make a crystal cube. I don't need a torch, but I need this redstone. Okay. Hi, Sariana. Nice to see you. Hello. And the guys are on it. It is an expert mode based type of Botania pack. And yeah, I'd call it expert mode too, since you have to pretty much do everything Botania. Let's see, and then we came down here. That's where the crystal cube's gonna sit. And there, right? Yes? That looks a little too long. Maybe it's there. I'm trying to do this from memory, and I've only done, what, 8 of these? I should be able to do this, right? Alright, so the comparator here. Redstone going up into there. And then that. So we need the crystal cube and the hourglass there. Probably need some light. And then we need all of the items. And we should be able to get that running. Okay, so let us do some things. Let's get our inventory cleared out. We're going to go make a hopper hawk, a floating hopper hawk, and we're gonna get supplies for filling the item frames. I really need to stop doing that. There we go, temporarily. Yep. Glad to hear the flint's still running. We should check on it. Alright. Still no flint. We're still making gunpowder though, so that's good. That is good. Alright, so what we need a rune of air. We need 2 gray, mystical gray petals, 2 mystical, gray petals, seeds, And then I don't have redstone root in the system, so we'll have to get it from here. Thank you! I am more a builder than an engineer, but I'm sure learning stuff with this. And get that. Floating. Alright, so we have the hopper hawk. We need the items and an hourglass. So let's get the things we need for the hourglass. And then we need 2 red sand for 20 seconds. And while I'm thinking about it, I've never set this up to automatically put into our network. So let's do that. That ought to help a little bit with the count. And I put the red sand away by doing that. Alright, so we have red sand, the hourglass. Now we need to grab the items for the munch dew. And seeds and bucket of water. What? Water bucket? Okay. All right. Alright, I'll put you there. And water. Seeds. And then I know the runes are only one of each of these. But for flowers, let's see. 2 lime, 2 red, and 1 green. Alright, so we have 2, 2, and 1. Let's get the, oh, I forgot to make a crystal cube. The hourglass there. Before we actually start it running, I need that crystal cube. So we need dream wood and alpha glass, and I have the corporea spark. All right. And we need a second spark. There we go. Okay. You there. Great. Now let's make sure you actually are connected to something. You are not, so this won't work until we get the corporea network over here. I only have a couple of droppers. So let's figure out where it is the closest. That's mana. Right here, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop. 5, 6, 7. Let's do there. And see if it connects. Well, it looks like it does, yes. Great. So, now if we do the timer in 20 seconds, we should have our first flower. Let's hope it works. Woo! Munch do get. Now we need to put a corporeal spark on this chest. So this, when we get to configure it, which we should do that now, when we get the next one. Alright. So that's configured, and it should say we have one now. One! Alright. Now that that's running, let's run over to the rune for the gluttony rune, because I'm only keeping 4 on hand, but the flower thing is going to want 16 before it stops. So let's go force craft it a few times, because otherwise it'll only want to craft it every 2 minutes. So let's just get it going. I don't have the supply detection turned on, of course, so that Munch Dew will break as long as it doesn't have the runes it needs. And this is taking longer than 20 seconds, so we may have to just hold off on the Munch Dew crafting. Stop it while we craft a bunch of these. Yeah, let's do that. Let's head... We're gonna go back and forth a little bit here a second. We'll turn the hourglass off. And has it already broken? Yeah. Fetch all the stuff. Okay. Whoop. Put these things in there. Everything else we'll put away where it belongs. And yeah. Green, lime, red. Put the runes away, and we'll come over here and we'll change the count temporarily for the gluttony rune. I was trying to remember which rune I was. What are ones in here? And to do that, it's downstairs. Over here. I did not bring... We'll do you and you. There we go. That'll give us a bit more of the gluttony runes. That's probably what's crafting right now. No. Yes? That is okay. I forgot to shorten this oval when I shortened this one. When I made the above ground oval smaller, I forgot to pull in this. That's why it's way over there. Not a big deal, but now I know why it looks kind of off. If it bothers me, I'll pull it in. But, so we'll let that run a little bit more. It's going to make 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. It'll make 16 before it turns off, which means it'll need 32 mana diamonds. And we're low on diamonds, but we have mana diamonds. We just won't have any regular diamonds when we're done with this. Whee! Alright, so that's gonna craft every 2 minutes. And we'll have a couple of Munch Dews. We're only using 1 Munch Dew in our setup. That's what we're going to do. So let's go get our redstone box, and move up to the tree farm where we're going to set up the munch to. Make sure you didn't craft again while I was gone. Alright, we need to put you and you in there. And we're good. I think everything's alright now. And we should have 2, 3. We have 3. Hey! Okay. So are we actually ready for the munch do? What do we need? We need a random carpus. Let's make one of those. Alright, we need redstone for sure. And then for random carpus, there we go. And I put the water stick away. Oh, I'm short a petal. It was 2 orange and I only got 1. There we go. Alright, make it floaty. So then we're gonna need another open crate. We've got a funnel and an hourglass. A mana spreader. Do we have one? We might need a mana pool. I have sparks in my thing, so we're not gonna grab more sparks. Alright. Living wood. Do I have any planks? I do. And then do the hourglass recipe again. And we're gonna need 60 soul sand. Sland. Just gotta spell it right. Alright. Everything else I think we should... Oh wait, mana spreader. I should have extra petals around here. Maybe. There we go. We'll grab you. And we need 6 living wood. We're just using a small one. We don't need a super big one. Actually, I'm trying to think about the buffer. Well, if we use a slower one, it leaves a bit more time to decay that might be in range. So we could definitely make sure we have saplings to run the farm. So let's do that for now and see how we do. And if the mana pool is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is as far away as I can put the other mana pool. So if we want to set up the munch do in this area up there, that would work, I think. And oh, I need some blocks that I'm going to be placing it on. Let's see. If we did it in this area here. No, no, no. I'm just using you as temporary placement blocks. It looks like no leaves get out to this spot, so that's where I wanted to put things. We would want a spark on top of this, and I want to make sure it binds before I keep building any further. And it binds to a lot of things. I think we'll be okay. Alright. We need to make a block to place the munch juice on and one for the Ranuncarpus. I've been using coarse dirt for that. So let's swap to coarse dirt again. For coarse dirt, I'm gonna need 2 gravel. All right. Whoop. All right. 1, 2, 3. I want, let's see, if we did the flower. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, we need to use something other than coarse dirt. I just completely, yeah. Okay, because the other Ranuncarpus is placing on coarse dirt. Do we happen to have any grass blocks? Oh, if we do, they're down here. Yeah. We'll use those. Well, I somehow grabbed 3. Okay. And I want it to go here. And I place the coarse dirt again. There we go. And then the Ranuncarpus for that, I bet I could put it here. Hourglass, funnel, no. There's no space, so we'd have to put it back here. We could. If we put it here. Open crate. Funnel, spark, item frame. We didn't get the spark. There we go. Item frame. Hourglass. Why? Oh, oh dear. That's a challenge I need to now figure out. Okay. Because the range of these Ranuncarpuses is so big, I'm afraid that this one's going to pick up all of those blocks instead of the flower that it needs to pick up. So if I make you a petite, but if I make you a petite, I'll need to put you up there. So we'll have to move stuff up. Because then you won't pick up. And of course it broke it without letting me switch to erg. Alright. Things are breaking awfully fast. Let's get this picked up. Is that everything? And I need to get grass blocks again because yeah. And we'll make you a baby one. There we go. And now I need to re-float it. I suppose it doesn't have to be floating. Yes it does. Because that way I don't have to have 2 blocks stacked there. Teat, Renin Carpus. It's got a lot smaller range, so if we put it up next to where it needs to place the Munch Dew, be happier with that. Woo. Hey. Okay. Now, if we do grass, it does 6 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so it does need to be like right there. Is any of those blocks going to get in its way? Right there. And then if we do the Renin Carpus back one here, and out of fly power, just a piece of living rock for the there. And we'll put the hourglass and whatnot up here. You. Item frame. Hourglass. That's all set up. We just need a Munch Dew there. You're bound to an empty mana pool. I think it's the one in range though, so we'll need to put a little bit of mana in that until the Munch Dew starts working. Let's get ourselves a Munch Dew. We need 2 Munch Dew out of 3 taken. Alright, so why do you keep placing a log here? This is not a coarse dirt block. Why? I don't get it. You and there. And then, oh. Quit toying with me, man. So this is going to be quite the challenge to keep it from placing birch saplings there, I hope. I think the only reason it did that though is because it was at its tiny little range up there at the top, and I might not have that problem going forward because it's going to eat leaves that are up that high. It does have a cooldown, and I don't remember what that is, because otherwise I would be eating those blocks. Let me look it up. Botania flowers will give me the information I need, I think. No, let's read about the Muncher. It goes to sleep for 80 seconds before trying again. That's what it says. So the cooldown is 80 seconds. So there it goes again. Goodness. Sweet. So, yay! We have a Muncher kind of sort of automated. After 80 seconds it'll go again, it'll eat these bits of leaves, leaving the ones on the bottom so that they can despawn naturally and give us saplings to run the farm. Which is essentially what I want. So, and this is connected to enough mana pools, including the line that goes to the battery. Yeah, that little line you can see right here, that's going to the battery. So, woo. I'm really concerned about this placing saplings instead. Suppose we'll just have to see in time what happens. So for now, that's the way that's set up. And ooh, okay. Muncher's going. Yep, it's leaving enough leaves to make me comfortable with it still getting enough saplings. But after about an hour of it running, we'll come back and check and make sure that the dropper here is still full. That would tell me that it's sapling positive or sapling neutral, which is what I want. I don't want sapling negative, where we're losing saplings.